Toast.
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 Cake.
Pie.
This is What's Up Wednesday. How's it going, John?
Hey guys, what's up? It's another edition of What's Up Wednesday.
How's everyone's week going? I hope it's going great. Ours is going pretty well, I would say. I would say, you know, you're breathing. It's a good start.
Yes, I'm back from the future.
You're back from the future? You're Marty McFly?
I'm back from the future. I found an awesome picture online. I know we've talked about the NSA in the past, but it's
Yes, we have.
NSA top 10 NSA pickup lines.
Okay, lay him on. We're going to start this off right with trying to get laid. Furthermore, have pickup lines ever worked? Like anytime it's like if you like Google pickup lines, like if you're steeping in that low.
See,
because they're usually just like a lewd joke.
Yeah, I mean
It's like what woman has ever responded to that?
I don't know.
Because the subtext is like, "Hey, like I want to fuck you in disguise," like sort of thing.
Yeah, it is. But here's I'm gonna read I'm gonna read a couple of them. Here's number 10. Baby,
Okay.
your Verizon phone isn't the only thing I want to tap.
Okay.
Heyo.
I think it's weird they're getting brand specific. It assumes that you know what type of phone the girl has or what service. And also, who has a Verizon phone? You have an iPhone, and then right, and then
I have a Verizon iPhone.
Is it? Mine might say Verizon that too. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sure if Mr. Ryan Green was here, he would be freaking out.
Here's number 6. Hey, I never met you, and this is crazy, but I stole your number, so answer, baby.
That one's pretty good. I mean, it wouldn't work, but it's funny.
Oh, leave me alone, Dad.
These are meant to be humorous, by the way.
You've caused bevy of pain in my life. Here, remind me later. Don't remind me. These are meant to be what?
These are meant to be funny, though.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
There's
They're
like
not meant to be
these are joke pickup lines.
Yeah.
Like Mystery would not approve of the pickup artist.
This one's kind of
They might work if you have like a big floppy hat on and like, you know,
like a Dennis
fingerless
Nedry
gloves.
hat.
Yeah, like maybe like a fuzzy inexplicably, and maybe like a big guy named Matador is following you around. Anyway, let's read some more.
Here's a creepy one. Hey baby, what are you wearing? Just kidding, I'm watching you.
So that's like an online pickup line, I guess.
I'll read
A
top
pickup
5
online. Okay,
that was
top
number 5.
The top 5 countdown for NSA themed pickup lines.
Number 5 is, hey baby, what are you wearing? Just kidding, I'm watching you.
Okay, that was 5. That was 5.
That was
Okay,
5.
that's all right.
4
We're establishing
is,
a baseline.
4 is, I know exactly where you've been all my life. Oh my god, these get worse. 3 is, hi there, beautiful. Can I buy you the drink your last one night stand got you? Well, I don't really get that one. The one doesn't resonate.
It's the same joke, except it's not as concise as the just the one that I've been watching you.
2 is, we had you at hello. And number 1 is, girl, you must have fallen from heaven because there's no tracking data to indicate how you've arrived at this location.
Oh, well done. Where does that come to us from?
Reddit.
Reddit? Nice. Good old Reddit.
Reddit.
America's news source.
America's new. Well, there was something interesting I was reading. We're saying basically Reddit is really going to become the front page of the internet because you see most news sources and news sites, they get all their shit. They get all their funny photos. They get all their pictures. They get everything from Reddit.
Yeah, I suppose just like breaking media, but I suppose not news source because, you know, it's not reporting per se.
Yeah, it's not.
But just like an open media forum, like the premier open media forum, I suppose you could call it.
Usually you're right. It's not a news source. So most of the time when the news or some other media outlet starts talking about like something funny or a funny picture, it's just like it comes from Reddit.
Right.
But you're right. News sources like this one, this is great. George Zimmerman, the man who's had quite the what's the word I'm looking for? Not hazy, like
Shady?
Not shady, like he's had the most rough year of all of us. Breaking. George Zimmerman, if you guys don't know and are stupid, he was
are stupid.
He was arrested for killing a kid named Trayvon Martin because there was some kind of altercation, and
right, and then race kind of got chalked up to the reason.
Yeah, he got acquitted though, and they said I guess it was self-defense because he was part of a neighborhood watch community. But then, everyone, like all the white people, were like, this is disgusting. He killed a black kid, and
Right.
everyone's like, it happens.
Is that the way you kind of feel about it?
I don't care.
Yeah.
It shit happens.
Yeah, I mean, we'll never know the details the way
Nope,
I look at it.
never.
So it's like, I don't know how it can come one way or the other. But I know a lot of people that I work
Unhappy.
with that were really pissed about that. But
It's a silly thing to be unhappy about, but
yeah, I mean, I'll never know what it's like to be like a black person, growing up in this country. But like, I don't know. If you don't have all the details, it's hard to come one way or the other. in
it's
my
hard
opinion.
to form a solid opinion. But then over the summer, didn't he save some woman from a car?
Wait, really? Like redeemed himself?
Yeah,
I
hold
hope
on.
this guy-
Let me pull it up because there's George Zimmerman.
Bring up your Zimmerman point by all means. But I was reading this thread, I think actually on Reddit, lo and behold. It might have been BuzzFeed, but it was that time people thought the Onion articles were real, and it's like Facebook threads. Obviously with the names blurred out, but one of them was, which was one of my favorites when I read it actually on the Onion, is George Zimmerman wins Florida State lottery, and it was like, this is awful. Like, it's just like, this just proves there's no justice in the world. Like, this can't be true. SMH.
And then he saved a family. A Florida couple rescued from an overturned SUV by George Zimmerman last week have canceled a planned news conference because they had concerns about being associated with Trayvon Martin's killer.
Right. So how did he save a family? Like,
I guess there was an overturned SUV and he pulled them out and he helped them, waited for the ambulance.
Oh, please tell me they were a black family. Please tell me. That
I-
would just it would just be the greatest equalizer.
Let me pull it back up.
This was before or after the
After
Trayvon
the
Martin
trial.
death. Okay.
I'm gonna say
It's like on his way out. He's like pronounced innocent, and then he does that.
this is kind of. I'm
Been
gonna
an
be
hour.
very presumptuous and sound like an asshole. Mark O'Mara. Oh no, that's Zimmerman's lawyer. I'm sorry. The family name was Zimmerman, and another man pulled Mark and Dana Gersel
Gersel.
and their 2 young children out of their blue Ford Explorer. I'm going to say white.
Yeah, you don't know.
I don't, though. That's why I
Yeah.
said I'm going to sound like an asshole. But it's breaking news.
How we did it wearing a hoodie with like Skittles, and he throws like Skittles at bad guys. That's like his new.
This is just now. This is just published at 2 this afternoon. No charges filed in Zimmerman's alleged gun threat against wife.
So the guy is a little trigger happy, but he has a heart of gold and wants to save people. He's like Clint Eastwood. That's all. There's nothing wrong with him.
Like,
I'm gonna get hate mail now.
like
I don't know all the details. Let's just make that clear. Neither do you. I'm just having fun.
But like, think about it. Like, I don't think anyone's had a more topsy-turvy summer than George Zimmerman. Like,
Easy.
like my stock prices dropped, but like
The
George
award to
Zimmerman-
wackiest summer out there. Son in the fun, Zimmerman.
I mean, it's fucking crazy. I showed you a picture. There's an app and a website called WillYouPressTheButton.com.
Right. It gives like ultimatums, basically,
Yeah,
right?
just
Where
like-
it's like 2 horrible scenarios
All right, so
or difficult to determine.
here's my question to you.
Okay, lay it on me.
You can eat anything you want and always be in great health.
Okay.
But Nicolas Cage will sit down with every meal with you at every meal. He won't talk, just make a variety of facial expressions.
I feel like Nicolas Cage would wear on me after a while because at first I'd be like, yeah, that's hilarious. That sounds awesome. But eventually it's like, you want to eat some meals alone. You know what I mean?
Like in your bedroom crying when your girlfriend breaks up with
It
you.
would be fun for like a year. I think at the exactly year mark, you would start going crazy. But it'd be fun to like test it because sometimes I eat while walking, and it's like try walking really fast while you eat to watch him try and keep up while making facial expressions.
I'd do it
No,
for the
no.
rest of my life.
I wouldn't.
I would.
I don't know.
Because after a while, the brain just kind of it'll erase him out.
Isn't that like a movie where that happens to him? Wasn't that the plot of Family Man?
Next.
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 And Knowing. He did Next and Knowing, right?
Next
That
and
which is like
Knowing.
basically the same movie where he
Yeah.
like knows what happens next.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would say I'll try and eat some salads every now and again and spare myself the Nick Cage factor. What if you're having a romantic dinner? You know what I mean? What if you're trying to like meet the love of your life and like Nicolas Cage is just sitting there making fucked up faces?
Well, that's the thing. If you press the button,
Goodbye food in the bedroom. If you're eating some romantic chocolates. It's gonna ruin it.
Get Nick Cage in on a 3-way. Like,
See,
does he
I don't
be a
want.
part-
I don't want Nicolas Cage. I've seen Wicker Man. I don't want him near there.
Here we go. Here we go again. It's starting. Would you have Nicolas Cage in the bedroom with you?
Wait, is that a question with the button?
No. Like,
No, I already said I don't even want him at my meals.
Like, if you had a chance, a one-time chance for Nicolas Cage, for you and Nicolas Cage to have a threesome.
Okay, if it's a one-time thing, yeah, why not? That'd be hilarious. It's like, like me and Nicolas Cage like ran train on that girl. It was crazy. We like, do I get to like Eiffel Tower with him and everything? Yeah, of course. Are you kidding me? Like, you could go to like D-list celebrities, and I'd be like, yeah, of course.
So even
Like John Stamos, totally. I would totally do that. You're
see,
not a fan.
I wouldn't.
Is
I
it
wouldn't
Greek
keep
jealousy?
D-list. No, I don't. If there's one thing I hate, it's like fucking Greek people. Greek people are like the only people I know who could have like the biggest heated argument in the world and still be like like
Be like, what?
yeah.
Yeah, but explain. What does that action signify?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because you're Greek. That's why.
And Greek people are just kind of like, they're really like narcissistic. It's kind of hard to like.
Surely not everyone. Are you narcissistic?
Well, everyone's a little no, but I mean like they're like full blown like.
Now you're talking like only people in Greece.
No, just like Greek Americans are the worst. People in Greece are like kind of cool. Like they're all like, yeah, like just go to the beach, man. Like the like the people that left Greece are like, yeah, I'm the best. Like, no, you're not.
Oh, are you 100% Greek?
No,
Okay.
no. I
There's
am
some other
not.
stuff mixed in there.
I am apparently. See, my sister likes to fucking do that whole like.
Because you don't look like Mediterranean at all.
No, I don't. I'm an ugly fuck.
That's what-
Fishing for compliments.
This may shock you. There are a lot of good-looking white people out there.
I know.
It's crazy.
But
I didn't believe it either. But
What
I
was
did
I
some
gonna say?
research. I looked into it.
What was I gonna say? No. Oh, my mom considers herself like my mom's half Polish because her I think I'm not 100% sure about this, but I know that her grandmother, my great grandmother, escaped Nazi Poland. I wasn't sure. I'm not sure if it was with my grandfather or not.
Okay.
So, my mother is 50% Polish, and then on her mom's side, my grandmother, it's like Heinz 57. It's like,
Okay.
have you ever heard that?
Yeah.
I've run into some people that are like, what's
Yeah, you
that?"
tap the 57 to get it out of the bottle, or so I'm told.
Yep. It means like just a variety of nationalities. Like, and my sister goes like, I'm Russian and Polish and
Yeah, I'm
Greek
kinda the
and,
same
like,
way.
Like
Like,
German
listen,
and Scottish and like I'm like seven. I'm like the most I can trace my roots back to is Greek, Polish, and Russian.
Yeah, until like my ancestors, like you are not those nationalities really. You have
No.
ancestors that were. It's like different. It's like yeah, like my grandpa's black. Like that's like it's like then yes, you are part like something else that's like noteworthy, I suppose.
But I just you know what I consider myself, Pete? You know what I consider myself?
What?
Human being.
All right, human being. I have a question for you.
Sure thing.
Going on the Polish thing because you got some of that. Would
Okay.
you have a three-way with John Krasinski from The Office?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, cool.
He's too tall though. He's a little too tall.
Aren't you're tall?
I'm tall, but I'm sure he looks taller than me.
Yeah, but that's he's gangly.
Yeah.
You guys very well may be. You may even be taller than him.
He has sex with Emily Blunt.
Does he?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's
That's a cool thing you can do.
That's a cool
Not
thing
that-
he can do.
Yeah, that's
Like-
a good choice to make with your life.
Like I'm married to Emily Blunt. Like he's married to Emily Blunt.
Well, married is different than
Yeah,
I
but
don't
they're
know,
two famous actors. I'm sure. Like
they make it work.
yeah.
They have like they have kids.
No.
They're still in that like we're just young and married sort of.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure he probably wanted to finish The Office first because that job was probably fucking just.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Well, it brought in a lot of money. That was like his first big role.
Yeah, I think he was like on a few little things. 'Cause I remember the first episode. I was like, I've seen this guy in something before, but
I'd never seen him before.
yeah,
Never.
I'm not sure what it was. Maybe he just has one of those faces. I don't know, but one of those sexy faces that John would partake in some lovemaking with.
I mean,
Not with him. I mean, you would help him pleasure
what?
a woman.
I'm gonna be incredibly sexist today.
Shocking.
You know what it is? it's very bizarre when you find like men on TV, like attractive men, like John Krasinski. It's like, you know, when The Office was in its prime in like 2007, 8, and 9.
The best years.
All the like that's when I was in college, and all the girls were like, "Oh my god, he's so hot."
Yeah.
Like, he's
To this
so
day,
cute,
I've heard
sexy.
girl. I hung out with.
It's like, do you think that money, like, because he doesn't act like that in real, like, I don't think people realize he doesn't act like that in real life. People fall in love with a character.
Oh, absolutely. He's like the hot guy at your office who's funny and like kind of like I don't know. He like
He's got a big dick.
he's smarter than everyone, but he's just kind of like on your level. He's not like a social climber.
But like, would they? Really
I think I just
like,
convinced myself that guy is hot.
Would they really like John Krasinski though?
I don't know because we don't know what he's like. That's your only window. It always goes like that. You know what I mean? I remember when I was a kid. I remember I was really into Home Alone, and Joe Pesci was being interviewed on Entertainment Tonight. And I didn't understand like that wasn't Harry, you know, from Home Alone because I got really angry at my mom because I was like, why isn't he hurting people? I was so confused. I was like, why doesn't that woman call the cops? Like I was just it really confused. But that's what I mean. Like it's even though that was like a child, then it's like. That's your only window, and especially if he's only played one part.
Yeah.
Now
it's
he
really
played.
tough.
He was in some. He was in some movie. I can't for the life of me remember what it was, but he was kind of like a bad guy. He was not like a villain, but like he was like not a good guy and like kind of a romantic sort of thing.
Oh, are you thinking of that movie Away We Go?
Yeah, he's kind of like.
But that was while he was still on The Office.
Yeah, but then you get to see a little more versatility.
I rented out the sound equipment for that movie.
You rented it out for them.
Yeah, I worked at a place called Gotham Sound. We it's like a professional sound house that rents a lot of equipment to major productions. And I'll never forget, I checked the audio gear for that movie. It was like new Sam Mendes movie.
Cool.
Yeah, and I rented it out. They had I guess some
What like body mics or boom mics or
it's boom
mixers?
boom mixers, lavs, all the whole 9 yards, like
Cool.
like 7 fucking crates.
They shot it in New York.
No, they probably just rented the equipment.
That's just where they
and
pick it up. Yeah. Cool.
For rates. He was in a lot of stuff actually. Hold on, let me see when The Office started. The Office started in 2005. He was in a lot of stuff prior to The Office. He was in like 4 movies.
Name them. Maybe we'll remember one.
State and Maine.
Nope.
Well, he was uncredited. He was in Fighting Still Life. I don't even know what that is.
No idea.
He was in Alma Mater.
Yeah, once again, you're listing my favorite movies, and just don't remember John Krasinski.
He was in Taxi.
Wait, like,
Not Taxi Driver.
okay. Wait, the 70s television show Taxi with
No.
Danny DeVito and like Andy Kaufman and Tony Danza?
No, the movie with Jimmy Fallon and Queen
Oh
Latifah.
my god, that fucking piece of shit. I didn't see it, so maybe that's not a fair thing, but I remember like the car is driving and like it's just like a taxi and then all of a sudden like that huge engine comes out of the it's like what is this schlock? Oh my god. Speaking of Jimmy Fallon's been on TV for what, like 15 years now about?
Yeah.
It's taken me to like literally this last year to actually like him. To stop disliking him and start liking him.
He was a really, like, the thing is, like, you look at people on TV and it's like, if I look at Jimmy Fallon, I mean, obviously the market's a lot harder to crack now, but it's like if I was this age in 1998, like, I'd be one of those guys who would look at Jimmy Fallon and say, I'm better than him. Go out, get a stand-up show, get a live stand-up show at like the Met, and then become like super ultra famous on like Disney movies or some shit, like instantaneously. Because like if you watched like early Jimmy Fallon, like he really like sucks dick, like he chugs dick.
Oh, it was just like I think people just liked his personality. That was the thing.
Well, he was. You know who Jimmy Fallon is? Jimmy Fallon was the guy in high school who everyone liked. But he
wasn't bringing anything to the table.
Yeah, he was just kind of
Just
there.
a likable, an affable figure, if you
You're
will.
just like, oh, you know, Jimmy's like, he's funny and like
he's nice. He knows
he's
what's
nice.
good. Like he
doesn't diss anybody.
Yeah,
and like that's it.
He
like,
laughs at like actually funny stuff, but
Yeah.
like it's like he wouldn't be like my first choice for like my writing team.
No, exactly. And
For me, what bothered me was the whole thing. It's like I could do it better. Like late night, whatever. I mean, I'm sure he's fine on that. He's charming enough. He puts together like funny stuff, and I didn't realize what a good musical impressionist he was. In fact, that's like how he got on SNL. That was like part of his audition, which I watched when I finally accepted him and started looking into it. The thing that drove me nuts was he would just always laugh and look at the camera. Like that was like what drove me insane. like every sketch on SNL.
Oh, yeah.
Just like laughing and looking at the camera. It's like breaking every time.
Yeah, he had a tendency to break the fourth wall.
But my mother really liked him, like for that reason. So it's weird. It goes kind of a John Krasinski vibe. Now I get it. Now that I think about it.
What do you mean?
I feel like ladies kind of like him because he's like he seems like harmless. He's not threatening. He's like he has a good sense of humor. He's not outwardly funny, but he's kind of like goofy to an extent.
Yeah, like you can't.
He's
really...
a little sinister. You can tell he kind of likes pranks. Like I don't know.
I feel like Jimmy Fallon would be one of those like famous people I'd meet, and he'd be like, oh, he's like, you're really nice. Like
he is really nice in real
like
life. I've met him.
if he had the time, he'd be like, let's go get a beer and like sit down and talk.
Yeah, sure, man.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah.
Like, but that's it. So how do you think they teach?
I don't know. That's it.
So how do you think they teach World War II in Germany?
Excuse me? Come again? I didn't hear it.
Like, how do you think they teach World War II in Germany? It's just a thought
I don't
I've been
know.
thinking
I just
about.
immediately think of that moment in The Simpsons where it's the last day of
Class.
school before summer vacation. It's like, wait, you'll never find out how World War II ended. And they all summon He's like, we won! And everyone's like, yay! So I imagine it's something kind of like that.
We won World War II. The rest of the world's living a lie.
Okay,
We have a special.
Oh wait,
guest.
I'm getting a broadcast from Midnight Radio Show headquarters. Dan, what is it?
John, I just want to know how the hell your brain works. How we go from Jimmy Fallon to World War II. Can you please clue me into what's going on inside of there that makes you just do what you do?
No.
Well, that was informative.
Well, there you have it, folks.
There's a Kickstarter for World War III.
I don't know how do you, but what did spark that question? It's a
don't
very
know.
good question, Dan.
I don't know. I was thinking because I've been doing a lot of sitting for the GREs, and I've been doing a lot of like.
Does that involve like a phrenology and stuff like that?
Phrenology's a dead science.
I know. I'm kidding. I was doing Nazi jokes.
It was like
They were
what?
like really about that.
It's like I'm gonna feel your brain. I'm gonna be like, you're a sex addict.
Yeah, exactly.
I was in Pittsburgh a year or two ago, and they had this great old practicing phrenology skull. It was like it was like a model, but it was made out of like all porcelain and like glass. It was awesome. Like I wanted to buy it. It was like $350, so I couldn't.
Right.
But like I've always wanted to go to Amazon and just buy like a phrenology skull just to keep in my basement. Like maybe bring some poor victim down there and be like, oh, let me massage your head.
You know, I have an aunt. Well, she's not my aunt anymore because of a divorce, but she's literally off the boat German. It'd be interesting. It's like, how was World War II even taught to you? Because she would have been growing up in like the 60s. You know what I mean? And she's in West Berlin. Like, you know what I mean? Like, or on that side of it. I'm not actually in Berlin, but on the, non-communist side.
You know what I heard? I was listening to another podcast, and
How dare you?
I know, right? This just burned me at the stake, guys. Somebody had a relative who was on the east side of the wall when it finally came down. And when they came over, because I guess they were starved for food because communism was like failing.
Shockingly.
Like, I guess his relative came over and she was like, she saw a woman eating a banana and she's like, oh my God, what's that? Like she didn't know what a banana was.
Wow.
Like that's how bad it was.
I wonder also if you're German, like, is it like hard to watch Raiders of the Lost Ark? You know what I mean? It's like you guys are just dicks and just like trying to steal stuff, and you're sadists, and
I know.
Inglourious Bastards is probably like, oh yeah, I know, we sucked.
Do you think they released it in Germany?
That's the thing? All right, I wonder if like like the white guilt that's in every American because our country basically enslaved a race for not that long ago, and even after that it was really bad.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like that because it's like even more recent as far as like the big like coup de grace. I wonder if it's a similar feeling but amplified.
Well, I mean,
How do you feel?
It's
got to be weird because it's like it's not like I did this, but it's like like my grandpa's generation like really hated Jewish people, or at least like he was like helping to administer that like philosophy.
I was
with force.
I was in Germany, and aside from the creepy religious store, which I'll get to in a moment, I was in. Everyone was very sweet and very nice, and you just go like, I got lost because my friends fucking abandoned me.
One thing I've heard about German culture, and I'm not sure if maybe you've experienced this while you're over there, is they don't have like a concept of polite laughter.
That's just like not part of their culture. Like if you make a joke, they won't laugh unless they think it's funny. Like there's nothing like if like I made a crappy joke right now and it was like you, me, Dan, and like 3 other people like hanging out having a good time.
We'd be like,
Yeah. But like if you don't think it's funny, just kind of like, just no reaction. And that's like just kind of the standard culturally. I've heard that is kind of the case there. I've heard it in articles. Like there's people writing about it. But.
See, I didn't tell many jokes because I was just asking everybody. I was like, "Sprachen Sie English?" I was like, "I'm lost."
Sprachen the Deutsch.
I was like, "Sprachen Sie English?" And everyone was just all smiles and very helpful.
And a lot of great minds come out of there. I mean, they're smart and everything.
Yeah.
There was that South Park episode about that where like the Germans have no sense of humor, so the Germans invent the funny bot, which is like the funniest thing.
They have Schadenfreude.
Yeah.
You know, there's this great Robin Williams joke where he's on a German talk show and he goes, the woman asks him, she goes, you know, Mr. Williams, why don't you think there's not much comedy in Germany? And he goes, I don't know. Do you ever think that you killed all the funny people?
Oh.
And she goes, she didn't get it, and she goes, no.
Because maybe that stereotype isn't there. You know what I mean?
Like she didn't get it. She's like, you know.
Yeah, because there wasn't any Hollywood in Berlin in the 40s. You know what I mean? that our fine, talented Hebrew friends could showcase their talents. I want to hear about this German sex shop, but let's take a quick little
it wasn't a
break.
sex shop. It was a religious store.
Oh, I confused the two. I'm Catholic. All right, we'll be right back. Hi there. This is Pete Mutino, Director of Podcasts here at the Midnight Radio Show. I'm here to thank you for continuing to listen to our podcasts, including our Movie Monday reviews, our Freeform Wednesday shows, and our soon-to-come sports retrospective podcast on Saturdays with columnist Nick Schaefer. It's my hope that you've enjoyed what you've heard so far, but I would like to hear from you. Please send an email to pete@themidnightradioshow.com. Let me know your thoughts, what you'd like changed, or even suggestions for a new podcast with subject matter you would like to hear. We can't make it a great podcast for you if we don't know what you want. So once again, thanks for listening, and I hope to hear from you. One last time, send your comments to pete@themidnightradioshow.com. And please, no spam emails. That's what my frickin' Gmail account is for.
So I was saying,
Yes.
I wasn't in
a sex nightmare dungeon shop.
I wasn't in a sex nightmare shop. When I was.
Okay,
Hello,
once again, the MIDI is playing. All right, I think we're good. We're good.
Up.
We just had a little cutout. It's fine. A little technical difficulties.
I was in Germany.
Won't stop us.
I wasn't in a sex shop. I was in a religious store because my mother's pretty religious. I wouldn't say.
Now, what's in a religious store?
Books, Bibles. You know,
They sell Bibles?
Yeah,
Bibles are supposed to be like free.
I know, right?
Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Was this an Orthodox or just like general religion? That would be crazy. A store that just sold all religious.
It was just a
paraphernalia.
religious store, but I think it was probably Orthodox,
like a Christian religious store.
Yeah,
though.
Christian, because it was right next to a church in Heidelberg, Germany. But
Okay.
it was nice. And the thing is,
I forgot there's another country too.
like unlike here, everything tends to close around 5-6 p.m. So it's 5:30. I'm trying to find a cross for my mom because she likes collecting crosses from all over the world. I bought her one from Texas. It's really cool. It has it's made out of rope and it has a pair of cowboy boots in the
And
middle.
it's big.
It's actually one of the
From
small ones I
Texas.
bought. But I went into this German religious shop and. It was weird because I understand that like around 5 p.m., 6 p.m. they all start closing the shops and it's time to go home. But I walked into this religious store and this was like this one man's running it and I'm like thank you for letting me in. It's like I'm looking for a cross to take home to my mother and the door wasn't locked but I walk in and he walks behind me and he locks the door. I don't know if he was like trying to like signify like, oh no, no more customers.
Freud.
But my Freud, give me some sauerkraut.
There you go.
And I'm saying a lot tonight. I haven't been on a podcast in a long time, so
It's
But
okay.
he takes me to the back room and he starts showing me the crosses and he starts describing the crosses like.
Why didn't you lock the door?
I don't.
Sex nightmare dungeon.
See,
I'm sticking with my
that's
original
the creepy
hypothesis.
thing. Like, I think if I had spent any more time than like 20 minutes in the store, like trying to pick out a cross, I think I would have been like a sex slave.
Probably
in
not.
Germany.
You,
right
you,
now.
you probably do it because you might have been like his last customer of the night. You didn't want anyone walking in because he saw people in there or something.
That's the most logical. I mean,
Yeah.
I was the only one who walked in, and I just picked out two. I was like,
the cross business isn't a booming.
I was like those two. I don't. He's like, oh, it's nice. Where you from? You from America? Like, I was like, oh, I gotta go. I gotta catch the last train out of here.
Dive out the window.
Yeah. But like I was saying, everyone was really nice in Germany. Just like Texas. We went down to Texas. Everyone was kind as fuck.
Oh yeah, the further you get away from like a major hub city, the nicer people are just in their general demeanor. I've noticed. I know people in the Midwest are noticeably nicer. In France, the further away you get from Paris, the nicer people are.
I hate it. I know I've discussed this, but I hate the fucking Parisians.
No, Parisians are possibly
Dicks.
the most brutally rude people, just as a group.
You know, you try like I.
There are exceptions, sure.
Oh,
you know,
of course.
but like it's like just as like kind of an overall tone to the attitude you get from people from that city.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise, I mean, Texas was awesome.
Yeah.
Like fucking booze and boobs everywhere. And
Now in,
just, like,
in
food.
Germany, now it's still like an American city. Like you told me you were out like bar hopping and stuff like
Germany
that.
or
in
Austin?
Germany, in Austin. Now, in Germany, you say everything shuts down at like 5 o'clock or whatever. No, is there like a city there? Like you were where?
In where?
Where when in Germany when it was shutting down at 5 or 6?
Heidelberg.
But like if you went to like Berlin, it's like there's
See, we were staying in Frankfurt, so Heidelberg was like an hour south, and
Okay.
Berlin's up north.
Did you ever hit one of the major cities, Munich or Berlin or anything?
No, unfortunately, someone
Sit
had
the-
already planned the trip, and that was the course we stayed. So,
Oh, okay.
and if the thing about Frankfurt is, it's once you get into the city, it's very beautiful. But at the train station, since there's a U.S. military base right nearby, it's just like porn, like porn, and like it's literally when you walk into Frankfurt. It's the red light district. You walk into the red light district. Like, there's no, like, fucking filter. Like in Amsterdam. Like, in Amsterdam, you're in the city. And the smart thing about Amsterdam is they built the city around the red light district. So it's like it puts on this nice facade. And you're like, oh,
Right,
the
it's
city's
polished.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's polished. And then you're like, oh, I want to get in the red light district. And then you get in the red light district, which is really just, like, a couple streets.
Right.
And a bunch of dildos. But no, literally, they're like dildo. Like, you know how they put perfume bottles out in like pillows,
Right.
in like shopping malls.
Right.
It's like in the red light district, they put like dildos out in store
Yeah, it's
windows.
just meant to be like a sexual vice
yeah,
district.
it's like
Yeah.
they put like a dildo on a little stand on a pillow, and it's like big. and
There are a lot of
black.
like bars and restaurants there too, just like for the clientele, or is it literally just the sex district?
Well, the red light district is a little bit of everything. Because
Okay, cool.
The thing is, the alleyways have the, I guess, escorts.
Did they have like did they have a silly like Amsterdam name for it?
What do you mean?
The red light district.
No, it's just red light district.
It's not called like Horbriddag?
No,
Or
no.
anything?
No, because the weird thing is the way the red light district is set up is it's a street, right? And you know there are bars and coffee shops where you buy your marijuana from,
Right.
and the little alleyways. You know, there's about you're surrounded on both sides, so it's like you go down a little alleyway and they're like doing your dance, and they're doing a dance for you. and
Trying to
it's
get
just
you
like-
in there.
Well, the thing is, the biggest thing you have to worry about is we talked to somebody when we got there. I mean, I went with a couple girls, and they wouldn't let me have sex with any hookers.
Were you like really trying to? They're like holding you back. It's like, I'll come back for you.
Yeah, I was like, because you know you want to be worldly.
That's one way to phrase it.
But like the biggest thing there is because it's the hookers, for a lack of a better word, they're government regulated. They have
Right,
to
right.
get checked once a month,
Yeah.
or else they can't hook.
Yeah, it's like a government.
It's a
Yeah,
government-run
it's vice,
industry.
yeah.
So it's like it's clean. You know, they have to show you. They have to have the paperwork in order to hook. The biggest thing you have to worry about there is the hookers stealing your money.
Wait, really? They'll steal money even though it's like a government regulated
Well,
thing?
because the thing is, they all have their little windows in their bedrooms that they cover up when they take a client in. But the thing is, they have like community rooms because then they're in the bottom of the building because it's not like a door in and that's it. You're just in a room with a hooker. So they have since they're on the first floor, they have like the community room in the back, I guess, where all the hookers go and wash up.
Wait, do you like put your clothes in there or something?
No, it's just a room for the hookers. It's like marked private.
Okay.
I didn't do it, but I had a friend and his roommate did it. What happens is, the story is I hear that they negotiate because you negotiate at the window and they're like, all right, like €75 for like suck and fuck or whatever. This is just getting dirtier and dirtier. Like
Gotcha.
€75 for like a suck and fuck or whatever.
You had to say it again.
Yeah. But what'll happen is when you get in there, like they start negotiating with you more. They say, no, you didn't say that amount of money. So they'll start squeezing you for money. So all you have to do is go in with the amount you negotiated.
Gotcha.
The thing is, while you're doing it, somebody will slip out of that like community room and they'll like steal money from your wallet.
Wait, so so they make a distraction in the sense of like getting you focused on bargaining with them?
No. It's while you're doing them. Like, think about it. If you're in your shorts and you take off your shorts and your wallet's in there.
Right.
There,
But I would, if this is common knowledge, would you put like your shorts underneath the pillow or something? I would just keep my clothes like very close to me.
No, you know what you do? You go with a friend and give them your wallet, and you say to them, if I'm not back in 15 minutes, send the police.
Tell my family I love them. Tell my wife I love her. She'll understand.
So I think I want to start like a new segment on the podcast called Spam with John.
Okay, spam it. What's the premise of this segment?
All my spam emails.
Oh, okay.
Remember the one I read a couple months ago?
Yes, that was very good. From
I've got another one.
Okay, lay it on me.
This one has some awesome material in it as well.
Lay it on me. I'm gonna see if I have any spam, but by all means, I'm listening.
This one's called Nola Boobs Schreimer winked at you.
Nola Boobs Schreiner?
You'll see it. Hi, sweetie. I saw your photo in the social network. Not even like on Facebook.
Like in the movie The Social Network by Aaron Sorkin.
She saw me on the social network and realized that we live in the same town. How about spending a couple of hot weekends together and having fun without any needless questions?
I work on the weekends.
Just write me in my profile. My diary 6488.us. And she added this with kisses, Nola. Nola, but she added this enticing photo.
It's clearly like copy and pasted from like some porn JPEG for like a category.
And I have 3 of these. I have 3 of these spam emails.
What was the email sent? I was like the last one where it's like the girl's name and then it's like QXXX3333646. It's like bot for.
She wanted me to help her move, but before, like, I can only help her move if I signed up for her like profile, like her cam profile.
Yeah, she said she saw you on Facebook, but yet she will only talk to you via this camera profile. That's like clearly a virus or something.
Here's another one I have. Hey, stranger, this is Brittany. Call me! ! A friend of mine told me that I can. This one's too fucking upfront. A friend of mine told me that I can easily find someone in my area for a discreet sexual encounter without any obligations. This is exactly what I want. This is my online portfolio. BrittanyKissinger.us. And call me today. And naughty. She added a photo too.
She wants you to call her though.
Yeah.
There's a number.
No.
What the hell? I wonder, like, how many desperate guys just, like, fall for this. Like, they message, like, a Craigslist porn thing, and then they get, like, sign up for the spam thing, and then, they, like, they follow through on it.
I wonder where all these fucking, like, online hookers have found me. Here's another one. Dear, comma, how about an encounter without obligations?
I'm listening.
Hi, honey. My name is Polly. I'm a business lady. Not even a businesswoman. I'm a business lady. Unfortunately, I spend most of my time working and have absolutely no time for my private life. My colleagues at a coffee break gave me the site where I can find a person with whom I can date without any obligations. I found your profile on Facebook. At least this one's a little consistent. And I consider you very attractive. Woman, what are you thinking?
Why is she even mentioning the fact that she saw you on Facebook? Like, or she mentions the fact that she saw you on Facebook. Why is she mentioning this other dating site then? It's arbitrary to the story. Oh, we're gonna bring it back. You know what I mean, though? It's like where I can meet other people who are stressed out and work all the time. I saw your profile on Facebook. You know what I mean? It's like a non sequitur.
And just like Nola Boobs,
Nola Boobs.
Polly,
Mrs. Boobs.
Polly, I'm sure this is like some poor woman's real name. Polly Grenier says the same thing. I just need a nice guy to spend a few hot weekends with. Any offers are welcomed, and money is not an object. You can find my profile here. My diary 48097.us. And like Polly put a hope for a pleasant acquaintance, Polly Grenier, and she also put a startling photo online as well.
There's always the photo, bring it in, because just the text wouldn't. Wouldn't suffice. You
I know. And then I have an email called Finger Hut.
Finger Hut, like Pizza Hut, but with fingers.
Oh, and Adriana. Oh,
So she's back. She is messaging you again.
she's back, and she's totally fucking looking for me.
So does it change the contact, like the content of the
No,
email?
still the same content.
Oh, just the exact same email.
yeah,
Saying
just
spam
Adriana. Hey, this is me. I'm looking for you.
Because I have to say, I've gotten spam emails before where it's just like, "Hey, you, like I keep messaging you and you don't respond. It's like last chance. Seriously, last chance." Like a month later.
I was perusing here.
These
I
are just
found a good one.
robots, right?
Yeah, it's just
Is it that, or is it like a
it's
weird? Is it like a thing in India? You know,
like
a
an
call
Indian
center?
man, just like kind of sending out spam emails. Like there's one from like a pair of lesbians that are like, we wanna increase our sexual horizons. I'm just like,
What, they want to like become straight all of a sudden, and you're the one.
is this it? Oh no, this is the girl who's back from Bali. Like I was saying, like this. What if?
Have you started?
Oh, here it is. Candy Boker. I'm bisexual and in an open relationship with my gorgeous girlfriend Linda. Hi, Linda. We sometimes like to switch up our sexual tastes.
Wait, did she say hi, Linda, in the email, or did you just say that?
No, I just said hi,
Okay.
Linda. We like to switch up our sexual tastes. We're looking for that one non-creepy guy who's interested in getting together for a threesome. Winky smiley face. Like, you're emailing a guy on the internet. It's like, have you seen my dick? Like, it
Yeah,
looks like
Of course they haven't, because they're a robot. But
it's like I was saying. It's like, what if all that was the key to like, what if that was the meaning to life? Like spam emails.
I wonder if there's some guy in like Alabama though who like gets like an email like that. It's like, woo wee, like I knew it. Like I knew if I just stuck around on the internet enough, like
A woman would find me.
yeah, like my tickets come up.
I just had to put in my credit card
Screw
information.
you, Cletus, I'm gonna have a threesome.
And the worst thing about it is like I'm not naive. Like I'm naive in some respects because I don't know. Like I'm not a genius.
Right.
And I don't know everything. But like posting a picture of two porn stars, it's just like
It's like you're not even fucking trying.
Yeah.
You're just like clicking and dragging. It's like you just went to porn.com and just like clicked the first image you saw.
like two girls like squeezing each other's boobs.
It's like, yes,
and
this
you're
will be
like,
my profile picture.
I know. It's just like give it a little more. Give it a little more work.
Yeah, because I presume it's like if you're savvy enough with the internet to be have your email receiving like porn emails. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's targeted people who like do not use the internet. Just
Well,
like
it's like-
old
it's-
dirty old men who like literally got their grandpa's first email account, and it's just like
I wonder who the first like was like, I'm gonna create a system where I just send out for credit card information. And those idiots, like, you know, our parents are kind of like that, but we're like a little more tech savvy. Where it's like, you know, my mom's like, oh look, like I won the Mexican lottery.
Now,
And,
how
like,
does that work though? But then do you sell the information to someone else? Because if you use it right away, like
It's fraud,
obviously
yeah.
they're gonna know who did it, right?
No, you know what they'll do?
Just like the
they
last-
don't, they don't use your credit card information. They use your information to open up like bank loans, and then they make them like negligent, and you get like in a load of debt. And,
They just get credit cards like under your name.
yeah, and you're just like fucked the rest of your life.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
I know,
It's
right?
so evil.
It happened to me. I had credit card fraud once. Didn't get my credit. I never.
How'd you catch it?
The bank called me. The bank caught it. They said, "Did you spend $2,500 on like something software?" I was like, "Nope." They're like, "Okay." They're like, "Good. You know, let's just verify this." They're like,
They get all your information.
"Yeah, they got all my information. They got who I was." And they're like, "All right."
Did they ever catch the guy or girl?
I don't know if the guy was ever caught. I mean,
It could have been a girl, John. It could have been a girl.
luckily the bank caught it in time, and yeah, I mean it was nice because
They're doing God's work down at that bank.
I know it was just really nice to just not have my credit card info stolen, cause having a $5,000 credit limit and having it jacked
You
up.
have a $5,000 limit,
Mhm.
dude. I'm hearing some of my friends have like $20,000 limits. I'm like, how do you do that? Like that's crazy. They're my age.
How do they do that? What do they have careers?
They have like real jobs. That's why. I'm
That's
just being angry.
Well, I think they give you a credit limit based on what's in your bank at the time
Mm-hmm.
and what your salary is.
Yeah, that affected me. Like when I got like a higher salary all of a sudden, and the fact that I had another credit card, all of a sudden I could open a like my bank gave me like a $1,000 limit that I got for emergencies. But when I applied for another one, it was $3,000. I was like, oh
nice.
yeah.
Yeah. I hear $3,000 is the starter.
Yeah, it's a good way to dig yourself into that credit ditch.
Well, I know a girl who got her first credit card recently. She's like, yeah,
Congratulations.
I just got my first credit card. I was like, you know what I did with my credit card? I might have mentioned this. I put it on an Amazon account, and I just put the thing in the paper shredder.
I did that too, actually. I signed up for like a Chase card and I immediately just tore it up.
Yeah.
Just to like say like I had a credit.
So I buy like
credit,
about $100
period.
or $200 worth of stuff off of Amazon a month. Normally like closer to 100. And then I just pay it off month to month.
Not bad.
Building up really good A1 credit.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
We're learning stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this podcast paid off for you. John, what did we learn tonight? We don't remember.
I learned to be careful with a credit card.
I learned that too, and I also learned that spam in your email can be fun if you look at it like the way you do. I like it.
You know what? I think I've spoken to you about it, and I might do a run from the police. So look out for I might bring in like an actual letter from one of the bots.
Yeah, watch out. Also, if anyone's free this Sunday, we will be doing a impromptu. I know it's the first Sunday of every month, but this is going to be called Rock from the Police. We will have 3 bands and 4 pro comics.
Rock from the Police
This Sunday
at Muchmore's.
at Muchmore's.
Rock from the Police Sunday at Muchmore's.
Yes,
come check it out.
Come check it out. But John might be on
wait,
Run from the
before,
Police.
I know we want to cut this short, but what is Rock from the Police, real quick?
It's Run from the Police. Basically, the last one we infused bands to, the one
Yes.
you went to, and it turned out very well. So we wanted to do it deliberately instead of just impromptu. So basically what we're doing is we're booking 3 bands, 3 local bands, maybe a touring band, we're not sure. But it will be band, 2 comedians doing longer sets, band, and then 2 more comedians.
What comedians can we look forward to?
You can look forward to Mr. J-Train Jared Freed.
like him.
Yes, you can check him out on TotalFratMove.com. Laura Prangley, you can see her work on Inside Amy Schumer. She's a contributing writer for Weekend Update on SNL. Scotland Green, one of my good buddies, just a great New York comic. And, of course, old favorite Glenn Marshall will also be on the mic. And yours truly will be hosting.
Great. That's great to hear. Hopefully we will see all 3 of you at Rock from the Police.
Yes, 8 p.m. Muchmore's North 9th Street and Havenmeyer Street in good
Right
old
across from
Brooklyn.
the Mount Carmel Theater Church.
Yes, it's just a power dome of entertainment and budding artistry there.
Thank
So
you.
we'll see you there. Yeah, take care. We'll see you next week. Bye.